Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. And Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on a magnitude 5.3 earthquake among 3 to shake remote West Texas. So, through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says a magnitude 5.3 earthquake struck West Texas on Saturday night, part of a swarm of earthquakes to rock the area near the Texas border with New Mexico, the U.S. Geological Survey said. The tremor struck at 7:47 p.m. about 35 miles south of White City, New Mexico. The area is roughly midway between the Texas cities of Midland and El Paso. The quake occurred nearly 4 miles beneath the Earth's surface, the survey said. Because the region has a sparse population, few residents were affected, the USGS said. Ground failure Slovakia. Says ground failure and landslides were unlikely, as was liquefaction, when soil behaves like a fluid. The tremor was part of a swarm of 46 mostly small earthquakes in the area since early April. USGS data indicates that there's a 65% chance of a strong aftershock with a weak. NBC affiliate KTSM of El Paso, more than 100 miles west of the area, reported the 5.3 tremor was the strongest of 3 stronger than usual earthquakes to rock the area Saturday night, which also included magnitude 3.4 and 2.9 quakes. The survey's Did You Feel It list shows responses from the Texas cities of Arlington, Midland, Lubbock, and more. Yeah, so, hey, just like the men of the Lord have been saying, there's more earthquakes happening. Isaiah 29:6, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm, and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And the Lord has been visiting with plenty of earthquakes, storms, and tempests, and fires all across America. And this is just a sign of the times. Matthew 24:7, For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. And when you look up the definition for diverse, it means many or multiple. And there have been earthquakes in many and in multiple places. Not just across the country, but across the world. Second Ezra 9:1, he answered me then, and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before. Verse 2, Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Verse 3, Therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Verse 4, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Verse 5, For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Verse 6, Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder, and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And these earthquakes are part of those signs. Signs of the times, signs of the last days that we are clearly living in. 2 Timothy 3:1, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Slack you. Yeah, and we are living in the last days. And that's why perilous times are increasing. The fires, the storms, the tempests, the earthquakes, volcanoes erupting, more wars popping off, more shootings, more stabbings, more planes and helicopters crashing. Times are becoming more perilous. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And we are in some times full of danger. Every time you turn around, something's happening. And see, those of us of the hopeful elect, we're cleaving more and more into the Lord because we already know why these things are happening. But for all these wicked, simple-minded, carnal people out here, they're not even paying attention. They're just going on about their wicked lives. And then at some point, the judgment of the Lord gets brought upon them. Whether it's an earthquake or a tornado or some devastating fire. And these people are constantly caught off guard because they're not paying attention. In Proverbs, what is it at? Proverbs 22:3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Majority of people out here are simple. They're so caught up in whatever little nonsense they have going on in their life, they're not focused on the bigger picture, which is all the things that the Lord is bringing upon the earth. And that's why majority of people are caught off guard when these judgments hit, because they were never paying attention in the first place. Meanwhile, those of us of the hopeful elect who are constantly being circumspect and watching to see what's going on, we're not caught off guard because we, through the scriptures, know what to expect in these last days. So when these things happen, when these different events and judgments take place, we're like, yep, we already knew that was going to happen because it's written in the scriptures to happen. And that's the difference between those who the Lord is dealing with and those whom he's not dealing with. Because those whom the Lord is dealing with are going to know what's going on. And those whom the Lord is not dealing with are not going to know what's going on. And they're going to be the ones who are constantly caught off guard when the judgments of the Lord manifest upon the earth. This is why brothers are constantly saying we have to stay prayed up and stay circumspect out here. Because you just never know when and where the judgments of the Lord are going to take place. And you don't want to get caught in the middle of that. But seeing as we are in the last days, these earthquakes are going to happen more frequently. They're going to pop up in places that are not really known for earthquakes as well. These wildfires are going to happen again, be more intense. Same with all these storms and tempests. Because we're just in that time. And all of these different events that are taking place are just proof. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. The Wadi Hal Bashim Yahushai for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. And shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.